Rasulullah SAW, dear brothers and sisters, he prophesied about the Euphrates River, and we will talk about this particular prophecy in this video. But before I do that, just want to let you know that the Mahdi arrival, the Imam Mahdi arrival, it depends hugely, if not completely, on the drying up of this river. Yushikul Furat ayahsir an kanzin min dhahab. Rasulullah said the Furat River, the Euphrates River, will dry up and it will give up mountains of gold. But there is a big problem with that. Not that the hadith is not being fulfilled, the prophecy, but it is because of what is happening in that region, and this is what we want to find out more in this video. By the way, guys, if you are interested in the Imam Mahdi topic, the end of time topic, and you are not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, because we talk about I'm sorry about the phone. We talk about the Mahdi arrival, the Dajjal, and the end of time in this channel, so you do not want to miss out. Let's take a look at this report, and then I will talk more about what is happening at the moment. So, climate change is certainly devastating people around the world, as extreme weather events like droughts, floods, and extreme temperatures impact humanity's way of life. Water levels, now this is what I want you to pay attention to. Water levels rising or falling can cause widespread illness, among other issues. Basically, it means that if you do not have water, it means war. If the country doesn't have water, they are willing to go to war, because it is a matter of survival. Without water, you cannot survive. So people will have to take up their arms. And in Western Asia, the Euphrates River is drying up. Now, take a look. This is coming from a non-Muslim website. Threatening civilizations that depend on it. And we have seen droughts in Africa and so many other places. Why should people be concerned about the loss of water in the Euphrates? Here is more on why the Euphrates is going to dry and the effects that it is causing in the surrounding nation. So basically, this article is talking about the river is going to actually dry up by the year 2040. You heard it right, 2040. And when that will happen, you can imagine it will be a complete disaster for everyone involved. And this is why they are saying that the UN, they need to take drastic measures right now before it is too late. Otherwise, people will be dying of drought and so many other natural disaster, the calamities that will take place. Where is the Euphrates River? The Euphrates River flows through Syria, Turkey, and Iraq, while the basin of the Euphrates River serves Jordan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Turkey. In other words, if the river is drying up, it is going to be affecting pretty much all the countries in the Middle East, except maybe few. Like they did not mention about Egypt. But if you're from Egypt, let me know. Do you guys depend on this river? But definitely Jordan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Turkey, these are all giants. Okay, Jordan is being mentioned in the prophecy Urdun. Rasul used the word Urdun, and he said there is a river in Jordan. On one side there will be Muslims of the river bank, and the other side there will be Yahudi. And the Prophet said, you guys will fight. This is a prophecy. He did not encourage us to fight, but this is the qadr of Allah that will take place, and he said that. So these countries are huge deal, guys. These countries are huge deal. Jordan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Turkey. What we have seen, this is why, I mean, this is a good thing, because it's fulfilling the prophecy, and these countries will, get heavily and directly involved in the prophecy, in the fulfillment of prophecy. But at the same time, there is some problem. And the problem is that, and as I said in the title, that the video, on the title I said the river is acting up. So basically what it means is that Saudi Arabia, Turkey, especially these two countries, they do not want the river to dry up. So they are opening up new dams, they are building new dams, they are actually making active efforts in order to pour more water into the river. Because if the river is drying up, then of course it will have a huge impact on the water supply to these countries. In these areas, the Euphrates River provides crucial drinking water as well as water needed to sustain agriculture. In other words, all of these countries' survival, they need this Euphrates River. Is the Euphrates River drying up? Although the Euphrates River has not dried up completely, the Center for Strategic and International Studies says that the river Euphrates is at risk of drying up due to climate change. When I mentioned these countries are holding it up, Saudi Arabia and Turkey especially, what we understand from this? It means the coming of the Mahdi could be delayed. Now you will say, oh brother, you put a title saying that Mahdi is here, now you're saying Mahdi is not coming. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying because of this country's effort in order to revive or make this river flow, have plenty of water or enough water, would definitely delay the coming of the arrival of the Mahdi that we talk about in this channel in regards to end of time. The Euphrates River and Tigris River, which surrounding communities use for drinking water, growing crops, raising animals, and more, has fallen to almost half of the annual average. Guys, half of the annual average. They do not have water. Annual flow during dry years. So basically, when we talk about dry years, right, we talk about summer. So if you want to really pinpoint when the end of time fitna will start, you can look for summertime, right? Because this is when this river is heating up, the water is being vaporized in the air, and it is going to be depleted completely. Who knows? Maybe one summer you go to the river, there is no river. Why is the Euphrates River drying up? Well, this is what the prediction coming from the science. IFL Science reports that in 2021, Iraq Ministry of Water Resources issued a warning. The Tigris-Euphrates River system was at risk of drying up by 2040. You can see it clearly, right? This report blamed declining water levels and droughts driven by climate change as per IFL Science. Low rainfall is a part of it, of course, but unfair water policies have made the problem much worse. So there is this caveat I want to mention when we talk about the coming of the Mahdi, the end of time, the arrival of the Dajjal, and we are trying as if like we're rushing towards that, right? The caveat is that, guys, the Euphrates River will dry up and the Mahdi will appear, no doubt about that. But here's the thing: it will happen naturally. It is not going to be a human contribution to the drying up of the river. It is going to happen naturally. But what we are seeing right now, the reason this river is drying up in most part is because of these unfair policies that they're mentioning here. So if they can fix this and they say, okay, we are not going to be unfair to each other, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, especially these two countries, then of course the river is going to survive. It's not going to lose all the water. The water is not going to recede anymore. Some areas that depend on the Euphrates River are impacted by government regimes that use water as a weapon by withholding water from other nations. In 2021, Syria accused Turkey of limiting water flow from the Euphrates at the Syrian-Turkish border. Turkish government, they have big problem. Erdogan has big problem with Bashar al-Assad, and so he said, you guys are Shia, you guys are doing this with the Sunni Muslims, and I'm not gonna let you have water. I'm gonna block or create a dam so that you guys will not get water. So Syria accused Turkey. Turkey is saying, no, we did not do this, you guys are crazy. So there is this going back and forth going on, and there is this arguments and even fighting sometimes going on, and the rhetoric is always there. According to the CSIS, water flow has also lessened due to Turkish dams located upstream. This is what I was telling you guys, the dam. The long-time political instability of the region has impacted water levels in parts of the Euphrates. Again, this shows us that human intervention, war, i.e. war, and many other things, they are contributing to the drying up of this river. So if you are somebody who is waking up every day and going out to see if the river is drying up, then you need to really take a pause and think about this logically. And the logical explanation dictates that the Mahdi arrival will be delayed because this human intervention in terms of damaging or the declining water level of Euphrates can be solved. Okay, all they need is to sit down and say, we need to talk about this and we are going to fix this problem. So this is how easy it can be. So the Mahdi arrival again could be delayed in that regard for that reason. But I do want to say this is a great article. You can read more. How many times has the Euphrates River dried up? So even they're talking about what happened in the past, but this is not something I want to share with you today in this video. Definitely I will make another video and talk about that. Jazakallah khair for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful